can't remember. He was in some team, I can't remember in which one.
All the iterations, or was it OG? That's another one actually, where maybe it could have been, and I don't know if he actually played with Lellison on OG.
Yeah, he resummons. He had the TP on the bear, like he could have used the TP maybe, but okay, wants to fight instead. And Lelis is top now.
Fighting's gonna work out if they can get the kill onto Delul. Doesn't look like it. So they'll go for FBZ instead. Ensnare is there with the nuke out of the Ringmaster. FBZ will die. Varese also rotates with a blood grenade. Does clip onto Lelis, who has a fairy fire, but he will be ran down. Can't cycle through the souvenirs too fast. Even Puck is here.
Another kill maybe on the Lone Druid. Should be a free one actually, if he can connect with the Ench.
Oh, nice. Can they give him the kill though? And he also gets the kill. Is Yamson dead too?
Ah, he's fine. Under the tower, they can't die. Like, these are hard if you Primal Beast is left on his own, but it won't be that poor for him. Keep in mind that it's looking poor right now, but he had like 2-3 waves that he creep skipped and then farmed the medium camp as well. One top lane, FTC.
Is he? I don't know. Vanguard, Lotus as well. Is he really dying?
He probably is.
They're doing a lot of damage nonetheless. He's fallen pretty low, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. He's got the pit leveled up now as well as Rubicon. He's getting right-click down. They've already used the Hurl Bolter, so they don't have this extra nuke.
The slow is there though.
Still though, it's a problem. Yep, they've got the slow, they've got the double. Man, the supports are putting in work. Top lane for Radiant Breeze. Will die. Jabs is also probably going to be able to get the Lul as well, so with the Primal Beast rotating through the portal.
Still though, right? Like you kill the Lone Druid, you save your Underlord. Like overall, it's a pretty good trade for.
Like another event here. Oh, jump in, Yamsum. Nice stun. Nice shackle as well though. Kind of nullifies the initiation from Yamsum. They're actually going to get the portal in too, so it looks like probably the techies will die.
Huskar maybe.
They might be able to also kill Analog. They need to hold him into place with the Firestorm. That's that real big damage that they have to kill him.
Yeah, he has armor, of course. He's playable, like you can play against him.
Yeah, remind me, what did they change now? Is there also the
he doesn't have
bottom lane?
He doesn't have Cauterize anymore.
Roy? No, wait, is he actually gonna kill Jab? Oh my
Almost.
god. Jabs. Oh, but in your dreams he's dead now too. Gets the kill maybe with the silence action onto Analog. Is he gonna be able to...
He tried. He did get a kill, at least the counter kill, but might be defended by Huskar. He smoked up, has Blink by the way, so.
Oh wow. Very early Blink from Analog. They got some stuns. The win. Lelis just in time to be able to find the Underlord. Even just pump faking, honestly, the Onslaught in to scare them from getting the tower, because... Now, are they really going to take the Fireman? You're going to be down to support pretty quick. Oh, Analog on the front line with a fresh BKB, but the smoke's gonna pop. They have the high ground advantage. He's gonna jump down. So a lot of emphasis just to kill the Enchantress, so they haven't got the kill just yet, but now Analog, are you gonna be able to get away? It's a beautiful call with the backline, but it might be an even better wheel as well on the choke point. Makes it difficult for Jikro to be able to get towards the Huskar, and now you've left in your dream without anyone to assist the dive and FBZ. It's also vulnerable, but that will be all. 1 for 1. Jikro is picking him. Not a good position to be in, and especially with just a Wind Ranger.
He did compromise his position on Tiny though. He has to be very careful now.
Oh, they're playing behind it actually. Jikro tried to drag the bear back in, but unfortunately Nemesis, they brought almost everyone down. So they saw that first attempt on the bear, they thought that Jikro was going to consider it a second time, and they were absolutely right.
Yeah, he got Omega baited, like this kind of...
Like, I remember level 1 was insane. 110 damage, no mana, what, 17 seconds cooldown, Jikro? Jumping onto Yamson, Yamson's going to be fine, and Dire actually in a position to be able to respond as well, but the pits will give them a lot of area control. If they got the damage without the Tiny though, Analog will die, Jabs is in a bit of a problem, Gale Force will drag him back into the middle, but it's just solely onto In Your Dream, and that is too much weight, too much pressure to be on the shoulders of the Puck, especially when Dalul is run down.
Yeah, Puck trying to do something from behind at least, but...
Yeah, it feels like that.
Yeah.
Analog? He's gonna jump on Varese with the rest of Radiant nearby. Not a bad counter. They'll find a trade. Techies will buy back and look to rejoin with the outpost control, but unfortunately, Jigboy is still out of position. He tries to get away. The Harpoon play is not going to be cute enough. He does actually toss the Primal, and that might be... No, okay. Kicks out to the Burning Spears. They are still getting run down at the moment, but really without Jigboy, there seems to be lots of problems. Analog gonna do his best with the armor toggles. They actually get it. I mean, In Your Dream is putting a serious shift inside this team fight. But now you're going to have to go up against the bear. Let's see if they're going to be able to kite it enough. Jabs on the high ground is getting run down. He's going to try and find a little nook, but won't be able to do so. So well done from Rapier.
Yeah, maybe the bear as well. Even the druid, dude. The druid is here. Yo!
What's he doing?
I'm not sure, but he
missed micro.
He missed micro. There are no mana on Wind Ranger, by the way. I think they can, but they need to most likely wait for the BKB.
Yeah, we're in the far left side. We're into Jabs, but Jabs still dire relatively close. We get the kill into the Enchantress outside the base. The Will's going to be there as well. Meanwhile, there's a first stun over towards the Puck on the left side. So she's having a bit of problems where she's not really been able to freely use any spells inside this team fight. Analog will lose his first life, but Puck is controlled. Just gets the jaunt off for the last second though, so she's gonna be okay.
Oh, stole the haste rune.
Oh wow, has he gone back in? They want the bear, but Jigboy's now slowed down. He lost the haste rune. Leipnir's gonna follow him as well. He'll have to use an early BKB, but Jigboy's just dying to the bear.
Yep.
Now Analog's gonna be able to jump over the top as well. If they got detection, they do. Jigboy's gone. No buyback on him. Oh. Now FBZ's out of the base.
Yep.
You shove the Husker and the Lone Druid Bear. Apparently nothing for them to fear. The Law and Varese can try and be a pest, but these guys can really do nothing. Analog, maybe a little bit of a problem here with the Vessel. Where is his team? What's going on? What are they up to? They're trying to find In Your Dream, I guess.
Yeah, In Your Dream just kiting them. While Ancast earlier in the game, like in the first 15 minutes. One is this bear eventually kills
the Hex.
And they kill him.
Should be fine with the status resist.
Maybe not. Too much magic bonus damage.
Now the Enchantress as well, jump behind the tier 3 tower without the buybacks on the cause. This is looking like an easy walk down here from Nemesis.
One more, Wind Ranger and GG's are dropped. Like a really cool game, I have to say, from both teams. From REKONIX. And I feel like when I say unfortunate couple of engagements, I feel like they needed to engage all the time and a lot earlier.
Yeah, no Luna, no Gyro.
And then they somehow got like the...
Yeah, because you heal up. That's how people used to, well, at least what I believe is how they looked at a bottom lane for is. Alright, well, they got their first blood. So Pombo being with Jabs is gonna... So... Oh my god, he just got concoction off. The Sunstrike does land. They've slowed down Jabs enough. Level 2 actually activates the Guardian Sprint. Let's see if he's going to be able to close the distance. He doesn't have Crush, of course, so he needs the right clicks. It's an all or nothing play. Get the kill and hope to live. And they'll actually live. I thought Jabs might die if he went for it.
He had mana for one spell. He used Acid Spray instead of trying to get the stun off. He does get follow in the end, and maybe might get... Yo, guys! There is God. There's... because Hoodwink also, like you said, stacking in the jungle. Like he's kind of free to roam.
Nice telekinesis back into the Sunstrike. That actually gets them the kill. Yamsen now jumps over. They'll cut down the tree as well so the Bushwhack doesn't connect. Yamsen Once he loses his courier, somehow that was flying over
Life
mid.
as well. Yeah, I mean it was flying because he used the twin gate, right? So the courier was top. They're gonna get the foot pink, maybe. Oh, the stun.
Man, what's going on bottom?
There's just a lot of super weird plays, honestly, from both sides.
Careful about these Sunstrikes, so 3 points up in the Exort.
They're trying again, Benno. Sunstrike. There you go.
Jikroy is probably going to die for this, though. You've got another person coming through the portal. Yamsun does he get the blast off again? Just out of range, and Jabs was slowed down. Yeah, actually, he might be in trouble. Yamsun's rotations have unfortunately left him.
Slardar Jabs.
Going to be able to get the kill. The sprint, he does get back towards the tower. Jab's actually going to try and go in with the blast off Sunstrike. They got it this time. The stun will connect from Yansum, and with Ponlo here, it's also a double for them. So these supports, importantly, going to get a bunch of experience, but
look at the lull.
With the lull, bro, you got no health.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
Oh man, this guy's a baller.
Should fall here, by the way. Yeah, it's out. That Wisdom Shine was never going to be taken by him. Alchemist might be dead here.
Run down. They got enough duration with the Guardian Sprint and Analog TP down to try and contest the Wisdom. So Jikroy, if they can give the kill to Analog, that'd be great.
0-0-0. Top of the network.
Analog. And what a bushwhack from the Law. Found the angle, and now I was able to set up. They saw the Sonic Wave. Ponlo, if he can get it onto In Your Dream, but he just doesn't have the mana, though. That would have been a kill for the Rubik. Game blast-offs. It's a 1-1-3 build, so...
Yeah, considering he's maxing out blast-off, I hope he does.
Mid-lane Jabs. It's initiation onto Breeze. Plague Lord's going to be stolen. Backline stab. Rubicon's got a good position to run into FBZ. He's pretty tanky, gets the Ravage, tries to cover his life, but won't be able to do so. Really good fight from Dire.
Can they get more, by the way? Slardar has a blink still. Like, he could go in.
Oh, this is pretty deep on Jabs, though. Where's everyone else? Pushback off the mark, they will not get him. Maybe if that connects.
If she gets gone on, though, the Aghanim's doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, is FBZ the target? Unfortunately, they're going to have to go for Breeze. FBZ does still step forward. Nino Dream's going to be able to get some damage out as well. They'll use a Ravage without hesitating, but without some stuns.
Slardar down.
Won't be able to get the Tiny, but yeah, they'll get the Starter instead. So down to the south, the Law was... They were still waiting in a position to be able to... It'll be fine. It looks like they're a little bit too slow to follow up, and now they actually have been careful on the low ground. Jabs gets a start onto the loop, but they're just going to have too much follow-up here. One control is what they need, and Dire is so hesitant to be able to protect Jabs. When Rubicon without the BKB doesn't feel safe.
It's an item that will be completed by the Alchemist very quickly, but they're not waiting for it. They're still smoking up mid.
Rubicon. The T2 tower mid lane without the BKB just yet. 3,200 health. They're going to drop the Ravage as well from FBZ. Why not? Everything they need.
Oh, Rubik as well.
They will be happy. Yep. Although outside the base, they'll also get a +1 by the looks of it. Too late to TP back, and they also see Analog. Oh man, what is going on? We're just bleeding kills apparently. Analog gets the BKB off. At least he will have this one defensively. Some information for the rest of the team. He will TP back and now look to rekindle with friends. Analog.
Oh, BKB.
Very early BKB. He did have a gem, but he's also going to be bashed up as well and hit with a Sonic Wave from the other direction. They will have to try and dip away. Meanwhile, they're going to have some problems with doing so. Actually, hang on a second. The damage on the Queen of Pain In Your Dream. Protected with the Ravage thanks to FBZ's initiation, and Jikroy is good for a second. Rubicon won't get the bushwhack that hits him, but he will have a concoction. He's still got the BKB.
They did still Shadow Strike, so he's managing to spam it a bit, but not connecting on way too many targets, just on tide. You can see the damage from Rubik actually already.
Hang out. 29 lead, what a beat. And
might be a kill.
Oh, they got the clock.
Oh, Krella.
Oh. They give me 3 seconds. Radiant is still at the base, however.
Go in. It's done.
Jikori's charging up the concoction. They're grumped up. They're going to be careful with the two-man stun as well. Ty's going to deep into the middle. Even buyback on the Queen of Pain too. It's not necessary. This fight was over. When you got a jump like that from Jikori, there was no further fight that was going to be had. It's just really the leftover pieces that are still yet to fall, but oh boy, they will. Tiny's going to be killed off. He's got a buyback as well. Ponlo slips away.
Yeah, the buyback on Invoker as well, so if you want to make...
First point of contact, and a look up on the high ground's actually going to pop the smoke. They'll see the Elk, Jikori. Aggressive jump in. Rubicon maybe looking for a toss back, or maybe looking for the burst. Was that really going to happen though? 3900 health with the Cataclysm. Not really that close. So get the telekinesis back inside the base, but god damn, are they all clumped up for the Ravage from FBZ. That's an ambitious TP out on Rubicon. He won't make it. And this should be over. And Jab's the only person with buyback. Tekis is lacking a little bit of gold. At least Jabs is the first person in and first person to die, so he can rejoin. And look, did catch a Skrill over to the other side, but this Skrill is pretty survivable with all the stats. She's very tame.
And it's a decoy.
And their buildings are also falling as well. Jikori wants out, everyone's celebrating, but he's a man on a mission.
Now lol, 10-1-22. Give him another kill. GG's. To the drafting stage and comment, absolutely make no comments on the mechanical. Like, one thing that you have Bushwhack and you have the mini stun from builds after Axe Vessel. Octarine is a must as well.
Oh boy, they're already set up. Oh, Jikori. Nice pushback onto 3. Jikori's going to be able to get the Echo Slash out as well. Tries to sidestep the blast off. He does well to at least survive long enough to not give up first blood. Now it's just, where do they want to go next? Do they want Jabs or do they want Ponlo? They won't get Ponlo and they won't get Jabs by the looks of it.
30 seconds.
With the Echo Slash to get out of range of the blast off, but it does still stun him up. The damage, it's going to bring him down low, but he's got at least some assistance with Varese's Nature's Attendants.
Jikori
Dead though?
looks very dead. The fortification even. Yeah.
Mad disrespect.
Inch?
Another kill. They're balling in this lane. Oh, look, a Purge creep. Still there.
Unfortunately, he didn't have it earlier. And bottom, by the way, they get to kill him. Maybe they can... Should be fine.
Yeah, what is Jikori?
What's happening, dude? Like, we have...
I don't know.
Carry is mid. Meanwhile, FEZ is just destroying bot lane. There's a one charge on... Big one charge on Beast. It's not enough, though.
But... No, apparently it's not. Yeah, we got so much action everywhere else. It's even bottom as well. There's a 2k lead they're building at the moment on Dire.
It's like you won't get it that early. That's absolutely true. It's a more greedier approach for sure.
Oh, them defending their wisdom's going to look pretty difficult with In Your Dream nearby. They've already lost one of the supports. It's a decent amount of damage onto Varese. They get the blast. Yamsen's going to try and help. We'll see what the Crystal Maiden spells are going to be able to do, but not too much apparently. But you have these constant spams, another chakra to refresh the mana pool. Where it's going to be fine, but they might go for Yamsen instead down towards the south. We'll get him before he enters the protection of the tier 2 tower.
Tower is under attack.
He actually left the lane to go to the jungle. Why? Because he just had a fantastic lane. He didn't have
lane. Sharpshooter with the second ultimate. And no, the axe is easy to dive as well. Now, In Your Dream is going to be the recipient of this amp damage gain from Analog, but Analog actually has to use his second ultimate to get away. Delul, is he going to be ranged for the bushwhack? He is. Very nicely done. They don't have a stun, however, for the Crystal Maiden. Well, not bad.
He's actually going to turn.
Oh my god. No, it's
I think actually, yeah, this is a bit
timing out of the set though.
Mid lane.
Gonna big on fire that's breaking out here. They'll be able to get the kill into the Enchantress. You know what? Rubicon's almost solo killing Eppies here. We'll continue to watch mid though. Now got to run down Jabs. Jabs gets the call. Jikroy is he able to get out of range? Does get a bunch of damage onto him thanks to Ponlo. Jikroy still has this Raptor's Dance. Ravens failed to actually get away instead. Another round of the axes might connect, which is a problem. Now, In Your Dream is slowed as well. Tries to get some separation. The Blinding Light knockback is not going to be enough. He's relying on Delul to just get a couple of kills randomly, but Delul can only do so much.
Jigsaw is connecting back.
Oh my god, Delul's doing it. Oh, Delul. He's too good.
Triple kill Hoodwink.
They will smoke up. I believe this was scouted out from Radiant. Yeah, there's an Observe Ward inside their own jungle. Be a little bit careful. Analog's got a good position. They also got the roar over towards the Coddle. Coddle is going to be killed to start the team fight. FBZ too late. Jabs. He'll finish it with the dunk. Oh, Honlo.
Are they back? Yeah, that's what the only thing I'm really worried about for Radiant is like how do you deal with Jikroy, and is the axe Blink Blade Mill good enough? Slamaiden? Is that?
Breeze? Now this is not when fights worked well for them. It was when they were jumping the Coddle instead, and when you get a blast off like that, Breeze isn't even gonna die. Stunned on the left, they've run into Analog. Jabs tried to jump in. With Rubicon's roar as well, is there gonna be any blast to keep him alive? There's not. In Your Dream didn't have one charged up. And look at this though, they've recognized that Jabs is definitely dead. They're already charging after Rubicon.
Like, they can't go for rush. Radiant actually has maybe a just as good of a rush taking team.
Mid lane, Enchantress. Then the game's gonna be a little bit survival. They got the Ignis Vartus as well. Oh god damn, the channel inside the middle of the team fight. They're disengaged. And they will catch the axe as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I can't remember if they had spells or just right click. Yeah, he's an interesting hero.
Lane, Jikroy. That's initiated on. He's got the Aegis. So they don't really want to use the roar, but unfortunately, you got to get the kill. You have to guarantee a kill when you're facing the Kez, and now they roar him on his first life. But now, like, okay, what do you do afterwards? You've lost two. Techies actually is able to TP out. Create. Nah, yeah, like, she's not. Techies mine. Damn. Honlo's dropped the ward really far in the backline. Over towards the right, they actually ran into the Kez. We saw previously they had the damage, but it bushwhack into the Ignis. Can Kez get the Raptor Dance off? GG, fight's over. Good luck. You used all your spells, and now with him back up to full, you got nothing left in the tank. All for this fight or the game. GG and REKONIX. Yeah, they're going to finish 2-2 here in the groups.
Yeah. Kind of feel bad for Polo because he was standing in and he stood in half series